Hi, good morning everyone. Hope you all are doing well. So, my name is Anaga, and today I am going to present the topic ozone layer depletion and acid rain. So, we all are familiar with ozone layer, right? We all know what is ozone layer and we have heard about acid rain as well. So, let us see what all things we'll be discussing today. Today, we'll be studying about ozone layer depletion. We'll introduce about that what is ozone layer, what is ozone layer depletion, causes of ozone layer depletion, effects of ozone layer depletion, and how to control the ozone layer damage. After that, we'll move on to acid rain and the damages that is caused by acid rain and mechanism for controlling acid rain. Okay, let us start anyway. So, first of all, you can see the right good image here, right? How it is affecting the atmosphere. You can see CFC. I'll be telling you about CFC and all in detail. So let us see what is ozone layer. So you have heard about ozone layer, right? So ozone layer is a region that is in Earth's stratosphere that contains high concentration of ozone. It is protecting the earth from the harmful ultraviolet radiations of the sun. We all know that sun there is a lot of ultraviolet radiations is coming, right? So when these ultraviolet radiation is falls on the earth surface, it will damage the earth surface. So in earth there is a ozone layer. It is mainly found in the lower portion of the earth's atmosphere, that is stratosphere. Ozone layer is mainly found in the lower portion, that is stratosphere, and it contains high concentration of ozone. So this layer is protecting the earth from the harmful ultraviolet radiations of the sun. Okay, so it has a potential to absorb around 97.99 percentage of harmful ultraviolet radiations that are coming from sun. So think of the fact that if what happen if ozone layer is absent, millions of people would develop skin diseases, and many of them have weak immune system because harmful ultraviolet radiations will come to earth, right? So you can see that it has a very good advantage. It is protecting the earth. So the thin protective layer which can be seen in the stratosphere, in the atmosphere, is the ozone layer. It is all about 15 to 30 kilometer. Okay, it spreads about 15 to 30 kilometer. So it will filter out all the ultraviolet radiations from the sun and send to earth. So what I told you what happened if ultraviolet radiations directly go to earth. It will destroy all living things on the earth. And you have to keep in mind that this ozone depletion is very fast, but ozone making is very slow. Okay, so ozone depletion and ozone making both are occurring naturally by heat that is coming from the sun. So ozone depletion is very fast process and ozone making is a very slow process. So and you can see that, so these are all the things which you can see what is ozone layer, and what all things I have explained. It is protecting the earth from ultraviolet radiations. So ozone is a form of oxygen, that is O3. It can be written as, you know that oxygen is written as O2. So it is another form of oxygen, that is O3. So most of the atmospheric ozone occurs in the stratosphere regions apart from 15 to 30 kilometer. Okay, and this band is called as ozone layer. So as I told you, it is beneficial to us and it is harmful also. Why it is harmful? What will happen if the depletion of ozone layer takes place? So the depletion of ozone layer is very much harmful to the environment and habitats. Here you can see the picture, right? So from sun radiation is coming, and if radiation falls on the earth, you can see a ozone hole is there, right? So that is getting depleted. So here you can see earth atmosphere ozone layer, right? That is 15 to 30 kilometer of the lower atmosphere is the ozone layer. Fine. So these are all things about ozone layer. Now what is ozone layer depletion? Ozone layer depletion is a gradual thinning of Earth's ozone layer in the upper atmosphere that is caused due to the release of some chemical compounds. So because of the release of some chemical compounds, what is this chemical compounds? Like chlorine gas, bromine gas, these all are releasing from industries or some other form of human utilities. So when these gases gets released, these come in contact with ozone layer and it will destroy the ozone molecules. That is why ozone layer depletion takes place. So you can tell what is ozone layer depletion. It is a thinning of the Earth's ozone layer in the upper atmosphere that is caused due to the release of the chemical compounds. These chlorine and bromine gas, they come in contact with ozone and it can destroy the ozone molecule. About one chlorine atom or or one chlorine can destroy about 1 million molecule of like ozone. Okay, so these are, that is why I told ozone, it is all, it is harmful also. So you have heard about many ozone depleting substances. So among the ozone depleting substances, the most important or the most abundant ozone depleting substance is chlorofluorocarbon. One chlorofluorocarbon is said to be capable of destroying 1 million ozone molecules. So among the ozone depleting substance, the most abundant is chlorofluorocarbon, or else we'll be calling it as CFC. Now let us check what are the causes of ozone layer depletion. So first you can see sunspot stratospheric winds. So these are natural causes. Okay, the ozone layer is affected in the polar region by some natural causes, but it will not be more than 1 to 2%. It can affect only 1 to 2%. Okay, the sunspot stratospheric winds, and even it can be affected by volcanic eruptions also. Next you can see CFC. As I told, the most abundant one is chlorofluorocarbon. So what is this CFC? This chlorofluorocarbon, it is a gas. Okay, so the CFC is a gas that is used as a refrigerant in refrigerator, and you can see that it can be used as some solvents. For spray it is used, for accessories it is used, for air conditioners it is used. Okay, so these are the gas which are used as a refrigerant in refrigerators and in some industries. These are also released by some solvents, spray, as well as air conditioners, etc. So these CFCs are broken by ultraviolet radiations. Okay, when ultraviolet radiations comes from the sun, this chlorofluorocarbon, they are broken by the ultraviolet radiations. When these get broken, the CFC will produce chlorine atoms and bromine atoms. This chlorine atoms will react with ozone and it will destroy the layer. Okay, ozone layer. That is why depletion causes. So this is the most abundant thing. Okay, and you can see some other things like carbon tetrachloride. These are also gases released from, you can see like halogens are there, carbon tetrachloride is there. So these are all gases that is released from like AZ, air conditioners, etc. Okay, so and similarly this ozone layer is affected by gases that is emitted from factories. You can see synthetic fertilizer factories, pharmaceutical factories, and fire extinguishers. Have you heard about halogens? Halogens is a chemical compound that is released from fire extinguishers. So these all are the causes of ozone layer depletion. And well, human behavior, we all know, right? Human behavior also will affect the ozone layer. Fine. And nitrogen oxides that is emitted by supersonic planes as they fly through the stratosphere will attack the ozone layer. So these are all the causes of ozone layer depletion. And now let us see what are the effects of ozone layer depletion. If what will happen if all these gets, the ozone layer gets affected by all the CFC, greenhouse gases is also there. So I forgot to tell about greenhouse gases. So what is greenhouse gases? Greenhouse gases are the gases that is released from vehicles and all. Okay, so these are also harmful. It also will affect the ozone layer depletion. So they are estimated to destroy about 1.2 tons of ozone per year. Now let us see the effects of ozone layer depletion. So the ultraviolet radiations that is coming from the sun can cause skin cancer. Okay, so that is the one of the effect of ozone layer depletion. It will affect human health. So UV radiation is also harmful, and measles as well as mumps are caused by radiations. Cataract is a disease that occurs when ultraviolet radiation enter the human eye. Leukemia, blood cancers, all will happen, and climate change, that is also a effect of ozone layer depletions. So you can see that these are all the effect of ozone layer depletions. Climate change will occur or will cause major damage to the ozone layer. So, and these are all, as I told, ultraviolet radiations, and it will affect human health. Like measles will be formed, measles a disease, mumps is a disease, cataract is a disease, leukemia, blood cancer. So these are all the effects of ozone layer depletion, and also this ozone layer depletion will affect marine life as well as animals, plants as well as crops. So these are all the effects of ozone layer depletion. Now moving on to how to control. As we know that this ozone layer damage is a harmful thing, we have to control this. Then what are the ways to control the ozone layer damage? So first or the main most important way is that we know about ozone depleting substance like CFC. So avoid using all ozone depleting substance. Okay, reduce the use of chlorofluorocarbon, reduce the use of chlorofluoromethane, and avoid the use of CFC and all. You can use any other alternative for that. So avoid the use of all ozone depleting substance and minimize the use of vehicle, as we know that vehicles will emit greenhouse gases, right? So minimize the use of vehicles and use in, like eco-friendly products. So that is a way to control ozone layer damage. So and providing a new technology to developed countries. We know that developing countries are provide giving a new technology. So providing new technology to developed countries by developing countries, that is a way to control ozone layer damage. And we know that 16th September is celebrated as World Ozone Day. So on that day we can raise awareness among the people, because many people don't know about ozone layer damage and all, right? So raising awareness among the people by celebrating the World Ozone Day on 16th September. These are all the ways to control ozone layer damage. So I hope it is clear for you. Now moving on to the next topic. What is acid rain? So acid rain is one of the polluting substance in the environment. One of the most important polluting substance in the environment is acid rain. You can see that sulfur oxides, which is released from oil and coal factories. This sulfur oxide will mix with air and they will chemically change into sulfuric acid. So these are acid rain when it rains. These sulfuric acid will come to earth as rain. When rain comes, these will come to earth as acid rain. So acid rain is one of the polluting substance. Oil and coal factories will leave sulfur oxide that mixes with air and chemically changes into sulfuric acid to become gaseous. So these are acid rain when it rains. And you can also see that some nitrogen oxides are also there. Nitrogen oxides which are emitted from fertilizer factories as well as automobile factories, coal factories. Again, these also mix with air and they will chemically modify and will come down as nitric acid. So both the sulfuric acid and nitric acid is harmful. It's one of the most polluting substance. So these will come to earth as rain and it is called as acid rain. So and also sulfuric acid is formed due to volcanic eruptions also. Nitrogen oxide is formed due to lightning strikes. When lightning happen, this nitrogen oxides will form. Similarly, when volcanic eruptions happen, sulfur dioxide will form. So this will come to earth like this also, through volcanic eruption as well as through lightning. And you can check whether it is acid rain or not when the pH value of the rainwater is below 5.6. When you check it is below 5.6, you can call it as acid rain. So as I told you, right, acid rain contains damage or contain dangerous chemicals that damages the tree, crops, buildings, etc. It is bad for trees. So this similarly it will affect the crops also. This rain will take away important minerals from leaves as well as the soil. So without these minerals, we know that tree and plant cannot grow properly. So it will affect plants as well. So these are all about acid rain. Now yeah, you can see from here, right? So you can see that sulfur dioxide as well as nitrogen oxide, carbon dioxide, other gases coming from the factories. So when they combine with air, it will form acids, and these acids coming to ground as acid rain. So it is destroying the plants, pollutes water source, soils, and even erodes buildings as well. So these are all about acid rain. Here you can see the acid rain formation again. Fine. So now let us see the damages caused by the acid rain. So as we know that acid rain has a major impact on water table, because acid rain can convert water in the water bodies into acid rain. You have seen many water bodies like wells, ponds, oceans, etc. So this acid rain will convert the water in the water bodies into acid rain, and this led to the extinction of aquatic organisms such as fish, crabs, algae, etc. So this is one of the damage damage caused by the acid rain. And similarly, when acid rain falls on the soil, it will destroy the nutrients in the soil such as calcium and potassium, and thus the growth of the crops are also affected. Similarly, when acid rain falls on the leaves, and the greenness of the leaves get affected, and the growth of trees are also affected. So these are all the, and it also will affect human health. It will erode buildings, bridges, dams, factory, monuments, underground tanks, etc. So these are all the damages caused by acid rain. Now again, as we know that there is a damages can happen by acid rain, so it should be controlled. So how to control it? The mechanism of controlling acid rain. So the amount of sulfur and nitrogen oxides emitted from factories should be reduced. Then only it will combine with air and convert to sulfuric acid and nitric acid. So it should be really reduced, and the environment friendly alternatives like coal, etc. can be used instead of sulfur and nitrogen. These can be used. This is one of the way to control acid rain. Similarly, in ponds and water bodies are affected by acid rain, the acidity can be adjusted by mixing lime. If you are mixing lime in this water bodies, this acidity can be adjusted. So these are the ways to control the acid rain. So we have studied about ozone layer and acid rain, the damages caused by ozone layer, the way to control ozone layer damage, and what is acid rain. So we know that ozone is both beneficial and harmful to us. Ozone depletion can cause a variety of health problems in humans. Similarly, acid rain is also a big problem. It causes the death of our lakes, rivers, wildlife, and also it will harm people. It will also cause other problems which are serious, such as the release of aluminum and lead in our water supply will cause damage to human as well as animals as well as plants. So unfortunately, we suffer because of this. Anyway, hopeful ozone layer depletion and acid rain in the future will be reduced because we have taken some preventive measures for that. So we hope that it will be reduced in future. So you can see that questions that can be asked from this module, like what is ozone layer, what is the harmful effects of ozone layer depletion, how can we control ozone layer depletion, what is acid rain, and what are the damages caused by acid rain. So I hope the two topics are clear to you. So thank you for your patient listening. So bye, thank you.